The two major Xbox games that were coming out in 2022 have just been delayed. Both Starfield and Redfall just got a huge pushback. This is completely insane. I'll be honest, I'm still kind of freaking out about it, but let's talk about the implications and take a look at their official statements. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's take a look at what Bethesda said first. Oh my gosh, this is still just completely melting my brain. We have made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arkane Austin and Bethesda Game Studios, which is both of them respectively, have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires us all every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Now, this is crazy. Already, every single freaking reply, let's take a look at this. Every reply is people just completely shook to their core. It's, okay, well, one crying Xbox fan, Wojak. What the hell? Like, I was dead right. Yeah, look at this. Ouch, this hurts. I was really hoping that Microsoft's Xbox had something for this year, because this is not looking good. Now, this is a guy with an actual Xbox profile pic. This is the biggest part of this conversation, is straight up just the fact that Xbox, the number one criticism I've seen of it this year is, I love having Game Pass. It's great that everything that comes out is day and date, but what if nothing's coming out day and date? Like, Bethesda is a massive conglomerate. This is so many different parts of things like id, who are making Doom, obviously Arkane, which is making Redfall, Bethesda Main Studios, which is making Starfield. The fact that they're delaying this, like, I mean, this is just the implications of this. I'm sure this must have been a very, very, very difficult decision. I'm sure some weirdos are going to be in the comment section being like, oh my God, Xbox loses L. No, this is bigger than that. This is a huge implication. The fact that hopefully this is a signal that Microsoft is taking these games seriously. Now, I want to talk about the leaks involving these games here in just a second, but first, this is the other thing. Arkane Studios released their own statement as well. And it basically says the same thing. So they're really happy. This is the most ambitious game yet. We can't wait to show it off. Now, part of the reason this is just so stunning is because there have been a bunch of big exposés about these games. Both Redfall and Starfield have actually had quite a bit of their gameplay, their screenshots, a bunch of raw stuff appearing all across the internet. Now, I enjoy leaks and rumors, so I've looked at all of it. I've opened up my slutty eyeballs and I've looked at every single freaking leak. And these games seemed incredibly complete. Like, to me, as somebody that's super deep inside the gaming world, these games seemed incredibly done. Like, the fact that these are getting delayed shows that some sort of internal feature must have been incredibly broken. Now, additionally, the fact that they're delaying this right before the Bethesda Game Showcase, keep in mind, we're actually exactly 1 month to the day. Currently, I'm recording this on May 12th. June 12th is going to be the Bethesda Game Showcase over there. It's basically like the equivalent of E3. It's when Xbox is showing off the future of everything they're working on. The fact that they're doing this right before that, I feel like they're doing it to temper expectations, to say, yes, we're going to show gameplay. Yes, we're going to show you some bright, flashy stuff, but this is still a while away. I mean, this is just freaking insane. Now, the question is Sony going to delay something now that they feel safe? I do think that Sony has been really trying to pack it together as tight as possible, releasing game. Like, it feels like they want to try and release Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, try and throw out the Demon's Souls remake. Now we got to throw out so many other games just back to back. Obviously, they had the Nathan Drake collection. Like, they keep trying to just cram stuff together as tight as possible. Now, one of the rumors that's going around is the fact that it sounds like God of War Ragnarok is finished and ready for this year, but there is talks that there may be some sort of Last of Us remake. Are they going to possibly delay that stuff now that they're not feeling as threatened by Microsoft? Like, This is insane. Starfield needed to happen. Starfield is very, 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 very important. Starfield, in my opinion, as a person who owns an Xbox, that was the reason that I was excited about Game Pass. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to cancel Game Pass, but as I sit here trying to digest my first Red Bull of the day, I'm certainly considering it, because now it kind of feels like if there's not going to be that huge, that rainbow off in the distance I'm walking towards, what's going on? Like, dang. I'm wondering if anything else gets moved up. I'm wondering if they start to try and shuffle things around to try and build up extra intensity. And man, I want to take a look at the Twitter timeline. Let's just randomly click the Twitter timeline. Let's just see what's going on. Congrats to Elden Ring for Game of the Year. That's all well and good, but what else is there on Xbox this year? Like, once again, congrats to Elden Ring for automatically winning. Look at this. It's just, this game is not coming out this year. Everybody is just absolutely in shock, because this is just everybody. I'm surprised how much everybody's comparing this to Elden Ring, but I mean, it definitely is a sign. The fact that now I love Elden Ring a lot. Elden Ring is definitely the giant game of the year at this point. My gosh. I mean, there were a couple big supposed leaks a couple weeks ago, which I did talk about a bit, which is the fact that one of the main people that was working on Starfield and recently left Bethesda said the game is massive. He said that it has a combination of walking around, it's got land quests and sky quests, it's got flight where you can fly a spaceship, I think, like inside of atmosphere and through space. It sounds like the game is very, very big in scope, and I have a feeling that's part of the problem with this. Not just the fact that they're having to bug test and program a million tiny features. It is Skyrim in space after all. But additionally, I do think the pressure to get this right is probably off the freaking charts. It sounds like right now Bethesda, because this is one of the first major titles since the acquisition, I do think that Microsoft wants them to get this perfect. Microsoft wants this to be a 10 out of 10 game. But let's see if they can actually pull it off. I can see my Twitter DMs are absolutely exploding. Well, I love you guys a bunch. What do you think about this delay? Is this as massive as it seems like everybody is saying, or is this a bunch of overblown nonsense? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and please tell me if you think this is going to affect the release dates of other games, whether they be Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and please keep dreaming. Oh my God, I'm literally, this is insane. Good morning. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.